Why do some individuals experience setbacks in their material lives, specifically in finances, once they deepen their spiritual practices and studies? Or in other words, why do things start to go wrong financially after one begins a more profound spiritual journey? Though there is no single definitive answer for everyone, as each case is unique, we will outline 5 beliefs or attitudes that can hinder or even entirely block one's financial paths, either partially or fully, as they pursue spiritual practices. Going straight to the point without further ado, let's start with the first of these 5 beliefs: helping others without expecting anything in return. Yes, this might seem counterintuitive or even surprising. However, from an esoteric point of view, there are 2 ways of helping others. The first is through charity. The word charity comes from the Latin caritas and relates to the heart, feeling, and intuition. In this context, it is right to help others without expecting anything in return, regardless of who they are. This is important, meaningful, and should ideally be done daily, even if it's something small. It is highly positive and brings light. Yes, this might seem counterintuitive or even surprising. However, from an esoteric point of view, there are 2 ways of helping others. The first is through charity. The word charity comes from the Latin caritas and relates to the heart, feeling, and intuition. In this context, it is right to help others without expecting anything in return, regardless of who they are. This is important, meaningful, and should ideally be done daily, even if it's something small. It is highly positive and brings light. Yes, this might seem counterintuitive or even surprising. However, from an esoteric point of view, there are 2 ways of helping others. The first is through charity. The word charity comes from the Latin caritas and relates to the heart, feeling, and intuition. In this context, it is right to help others without expecting anything in return, regardless of who they are. This is important, meaningful, and should ideally be done daily, even if it's something small. It is highly positive and brings light. However, in esoteric and spiritual practice, there is another way to help others on a material level that requires purpose. This is the act of helping intentionally or purposefully. Purposeful help involves using your will, imagination, emotions, and especially your actions to move cosmic forces under your control, allowing the universe to bless you even more. What does this mean in practice? For example, we've discussed the power of tithing, not in the sense of simply giving to a religious institution, church, or community, but in the sense of setting aside part of what you have, what you earn, or what you produce, and sowing it into the universe. In this way, you tell the universe, "Universe, I thank you not only with words or empty emotions but also through my actions. And as I give in gratitude, I also plant seeds, attracting more blessings into my life." In esoteric practice, we give not based on what we currently have, but based on what we aspire to have. For example, if you want to have $1,000 extra in your bank account, not just to cover bills or groceries, but as a surplus, you can communicate this to the universe. Separate a symbolic amount according to your means, and each month make a donation. Note that this is not a donation where you expect nothing in return. You do expect something in return: prosperity. You aim to reach a specific financial goal. You might ask the universe for general prosperity and abundance, but those are abstract words. Be precise in what you wish to achieve. Therefore, the first practice that can block financial paths is trying to practice abundance without expecting anything in return. You must always desire something in return. However, this expectation is not from the person or organization you help, but from the universe itself. Just as when you plant seeds without care, appreciation, or intention, you cannot expect the land to consistently yield a bountiful harvest. So, there's the donation from the heart, caritas, charity, and there's purposeful giving. Before we go into the next 4 beliefs that can block the material and financial path of a spiritualist, let me welcome you to our video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, share in the comments the following powerful mantra: "Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better." Leave this phrase in the comments, and we will respond whenever possible, even suggesting other relevant videos. The second belief or attitude that can hinder the spiritualist's financial and material path is the idea that material wealth, finances, money, prosperity, and abundance are things of the ego and therefore should be dismissed or seen as less important. From an esoteric perspective, this view is unbalanced. First, we live in a material world with many layers of reality. Escaping materiality is almost impossible. Second, the material and spiritual worlds are complementary. This balance represents yin and yang, the law of polarity. It's crucial that we walk in harmony both materially and spiritually. They are two sides of a scale that must remain balanced. It's nearly impossible to escape the material world or the ego entirely, even if we reach higher planes of consciousness or ascend the tree of life in Kabbalistic thought. When we return to the material realm, we must interpret those experiences in a language and images. The spiritual path is not about destroying the ego but about purifying and organizing it. The third belief is the misconception that humility means poverty, subservience, or always saying yes to others, accepting life's conditions without question. True humility, from the Latin humus, is rooted in the understanding that we are all equal. It doesn't matter what you have, your social status, your background, your skin color, or your eyes' brightness. The key is the awareness of equality. We often know individuals who are materially poor but exhibit arrogance, while others who are wealthy show true humility. Let us know in the comments if you agree. Humility is about recognizing equality among all people. The fourth barrier is resorting to dark or negative spiritual practices or egregores promising quick gains, such as certain forms of Goetia or Kimbanda. Finally, there's the misconception that you can ask for anything and instantly manifest it, a belief often associated with the law of attraction. Though the universe is rich with possibilities, life typically progresses step by step. Nature operates gradually, and so does the spiritual path to prosperity. Just as a farmer plants seeds and waits patiently for harvest, we must also grow our material success one step at a time. If you currently have a certain financial amount, visualize your next level of abundance. For instance, if you have $5,000 extra in your bank account, imagine reaching $10,000, then $20,000, and so on. Embrace the gradual, steady progress rather than attempting to embrace the whole world at once. Honorable brothers and sisters, we'll return to these topics and others from different perspectives in future videos. If you stayed with us until the end,